Excuse me! Taxi!
Come on, what are you doing? This is the 77 WABC minicast.
And this is from the handle Bronx Tale on Twitter. Quote, longtime listener, love your shows. With all of the illegal alien crimes, can you play Twisted Sister's song, We're Not Going to Take It Anymore, on your show as a tribute to the victims? This individual goes on to say, I think the silent majority has had enough. And that is a fair assessment. Enough is enough. Dominic Carter here with you on this Friday, 800-848-9222. That tribute is not just for you, Bronx Tale, and the rest of us. Say his name. It's especially for Richard Williams, that 83 years old, U.S. veteran, Air Force veteran, and grandfather. And he tragically died from his injuries after a 4-time deported Honduras illegal loser with 15 prior arrests decided to shove him and another individual onto the New York City subway tracks. The other man survived, as you might expect, age 83, falling that distance from the platform down to the actual tracks, about 5-6 feet? And we're lucky a train didn't hit either man? But he has died. He has died, and now the charges have been upgraded to murder against this loser. This from the Fox News Channel.
Illegal immigrant now charged with murder, allegedly shoving 2 men onto the New York City subway tracks, and one of the victims, an 83-year-old veteran who has since died from his injuries. Alexis McAdams running down the story here in New York. Awful stuff. Alexis, good morning.
Bill, good morning. It's terrible, and then when you see his photo, it just breaks your heart. He's an Air Force veteran, okay? He served our country and even survived cancer, according to his family. But after all of that, the 83-year-old was murdered at a New York City subway stop by a guy DHS says was in the country illegally. This is who I'm talking about, Richard Williams. He was a grandpa. He was a dad. He was just trying to take a quick subway ride in New York City, but he was shoved onto the tracks, according to police. And this is the man police say is responsible, 34-year-old Byron Hernandez. He's now looking at murder charges here in New York City. Earlier this month, police say he was at a subway stop on New York City's Upper East Side, so in a pretty normal area of town, not far from Midtown. He shoved 2 men onto the tracks. One man was able to get up and recover, but Richard Williams is 83. He falls down, he hits his head, he can't get up. He's rushed to the local hospital, and he later died. DHS says Hernandez has a long rap sheet. I'm talking a lot of charges, 15 prior charges. We're talking assault, domestic violence, and drug and weapons charges for this man. The feds say he's been deported 4 times, but he just came right back into the country. He's facing a long list of charges, including second-degree murder, which was upgraded after the man died. DHS calling on New York City to keep him behind bars. They say Byron Posada Hernandez is a serial criminal, a 4-time deported illegal alien from Honduras who should have never been able to walk our streets and harm innocent Americans.
And so President Trump, then candidate Trump, warned us of all of this. And he was ridiculed. 800-848-9222. 18-year-old Sheridan Gorman should be headed into the weekend with her friends, either studying in Chicago from Westchester County, New York, studying with her friends, or going out to party as freshmen do. And what I'm thinking about, folks, the pier in Chicago, the area in question, right? It's almost like that song, It's Just an Illusion. Seriously. Because one of the times, I've been to Chicago many times, but one of the times that I was there, it was for the DNC, just like I cover the RNC. We did it in Milwaukee. But the Democrats, I believe it was the Democrats that were in town. And, my wife was with me, and it was just the nicest place in the world to be. It's just an illusion. It's all just an illusion. Why was it the nicest place in town to be? Because people like me, reporters, were in town, and government officials wanted to put on a good show, and that they did. We left Chicago thinking that it was one of the safest areas in America. Now look again, where students at the college where Sheridan Gorman attended, they are now terribly afraid.
It's definitely really scary because going to the pier to look for the northern lights is something that I feel like a lot of us have done.
I feel like when it gets a lot darker, you feel a bit less safe.
I definitely am a lot more paranoid going out at night. Just yesterday, my friends invited me to go out at around 10 o'clock, and I definitely didn't feel very comfortable going out.
This past hour, the Gorman family released a statement saying, in part, what happened to Sheridan was not a reflection of the Loyola community. It was a result of a failure outside of it. Both things can be true. Loyola is a place of opportunity and safety, and there were failures outside the university that must be addressed.
18-year-old freshman murdered, probably a gang initiation, whatever you want to call it. But Blagojevich is probably correct, the former governor. Someone I've interviewed maybe 8 or 9 times. He's a straight shooter. Yeah, he had his personal troubles in his personal life, but that's his past. And he says he believes it was probably a gang initiation, right? What other reason did this savage, animal, loser have to shoot this girl in the back of her head? And you would think, with something like this, that the national media would be all over this story. Well, think again.
So this, just in that horrible preventable death of Sheridan Gorman, 1 minute and 19 seconds for ABC, 2 minutes and 1 second for CBS, NBC, 23 seconds. Is that what her life is worth?
Her life is worth so much more than a grand total of 4 minutes, and we know that, and her parents know that, and everybody who matters to her knows that.
Say their names. Sheridan Gorman. Say his name. 83-year-old U.S. Air Force veteran and grandfather, now deceased, Richard Williams.